If you read food labels, you might find this interesting. Have you ever looked at the label and see where your food is coming from? This is what you're going to find on a lot of items. It says distributed by. So what does that even mean? I don't remember distributed by being on food. What I remember it being is it'd say a product of. So how will you know where this food came from? Well, what you'd have to do is contact this company, and I have contacted companies. For instance, Sprouts here in Texas it's like a Whole Food store, and they had some pumpkin seeds, and it said the same thing, distributed by. So I emailed them, and I was surprised they came back. I thought it was going to be they were grown in Canada or Utah or Kansas or California, but I was surprised to find that they were from China. All the ones that have contacted so far about this distributed by has all been from China. They'll email back and say, yeah, they're from China. So this can of beans from Kroger's, I would be willing to bet if I contacted them, they would say that this is from China. So it's a China can of beans. Now, is China bad? I don't know. I don't know the regulations. I don't know what they can spray on the crops. I don't know. At least if I know it's in America, I know there's some regulations. If the food company doesn't want to hide where the food is from, they'll tell you right front and center. Look at this, 100% California unfiltered. So they want you to know, and they put it right there on the front of the label. They don't hide it behind distributed by. There is an act or law. It's called COOL, COOL. It stands for Country of Origin Labeling. The USDA is responsible for it. And I feel like it's changed over time. I feel like it used to affect all products, but reading on their website, currently it only affects any products that are like a whole food, like if you went out and bought some chicken. But if you bought chicken soup, it wouldn't affect the chicken soup, just the chicken. And here's an example. Here's some peanut butter, natural peanut butter. And if you look closely, the same thing, distributed by. So you don't know where the peanuts came from. Very interesting. But if here's a can of peanuts, and if you look on the back of it, you'll see right there it says a product of the USA. And here's some honey, and you'll see they'll put it right on the front of it, US grade A. And then if you look down here, it'll say honey distributed by, but it has product of USA, Canada, and Argentina. It's fascinating. So my take on this, is buyer beware. If you see distributed by, most likely it's from China. You're eating food from China. Good or bad, you have to make a decision on that. I personally would rather have food from the United States. I'll leave a link in the description to the USDA's website that has a video and tons of information about the COOL Act. They also have a contact if you wanted to contact them. I feel like the COOL Act should include all products. I could see how it could get a little more complicated if you had a product with a lot of ingredients. But even for this, it has roasted peanuts, sugar, palm oil, and sea salt. They could put a product of, and if all these came from America, they could put a product of America. If all these came from China, they would just put product of China. Or if they came from multiple locations, they could put product of China, United States, or they could break it down. But that's not how it is. So buyer beware. If it doesn't say where the ingredients are from, then it's a guessing game, or you contact the manufacturer and ask them directly. How do you feel about this COOL Act? How do you feel about labeling? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.